everybody, welcome back to DJ Mark 2000, and just like I said before, we're gonna listen to the alternative house instrumental music.
Okay.
We're gonna listen to Axel F by Harold, by a German, by some kind of a German composer or a DJ. I don't know what this is. It's kind of confusing. We're gonna listen to Axel F by Harold Fall something.
Okay.
Fall something.
Faltermeyer.
And
Axel F. Harold Faltermeyer.
Yeah, it is from a movie. It is from a movie from Eddie Murphy. I just cannot remember the name of the movie. Let's listen now.
I probably know when I hear it.
To Axel F.
Axel F.
To Axel F. by Harold Faltermeyer.
Okay.
Let's listen now in 1, 2, 3. Let's do it.
I know this one.
Marimba. Thank you so much, Harold Faltermeyer, Axel F.
I remember this song very well. This was done by Harold Faltermeyer, who was a German musician, as the soundtrack for the 1985 movie Beverly Hills Cop, starring Eddie Murphy. Who was a comedian. He'd been on the Saturday Night Live comedy show in America. And he did this movie called, it was a funny movie.
Yeah.
This was the theme song for the movie in 1985. So yeah, it was
did you like it?
Yeah, it was all electronic, all keyboard, which was really popular at the time. And yeah, it was definitely.
What about the marimba?
Yeah, that was an interesting addition too. I don't know if that was a program or that was actually a analog marimba recording. I don't know, but I'm not sure because I don't think sampling was quite there yet in 1985. So it probably was a real marimba, very likely.
Yeah. What did you thought of the song?
Yeah, but I mean, it was an appropriate song for the time because synthesizer music was really big in the early mid '80s, and this is an example of it. So it fit the times perfectly.
Did you ever heard the xylophone in there?
What I'm saying that I think those were analog instruments added. I don't think they had sampling quite at that time with computer with synthesizers. I think everything had to be programmed in originally. So I think it was a real xylophone, real marimba, but the rest of it was electronic keyboard, was a synthesizer.
Yeah.
Clearly.
What do you think about the genre of this song?
It was a soundtrack. It was a theme song soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Yeah.
A theme song for a soundtrack.
Was it kind
to
of
a movie.
like was kind of like electro?
It was a synth pop, 80s synth pop.
80s synth
Yes.
pop.
Totally like everything else coming out at the time, 80s synth pop. But it was the title theme for a soundtrack, a movie soundtrack.
Yeah.
It wasn't a separate song they took and added to the movie. It was written and performed for the movie.
Yeah. And that was a kind of do you think was a cool song?
Yeah, it worked out perfectly. It was just the kind of music you needed to hear in 1985. We were all like, oh yeah, this is the kind of stuff you're going to hear.
What about the drum part?
Yeah, electronic drums. Yeah.
Yeah.
But back then, the only drums I knew electric were called Simmons pads.
Simmons
And
pads.
these octagonal drums, pretty good size, and they had a really hard surface.
Yeah.
That was the first electronic drum set, and you play them too hard with your sticks, and it could hurt your wrist.
Ba-boom.
Now they're more like a soft head, but back then it was like a hard hitting concrete. And I
Yeah.
think they may have been using Simmons pads for the, or even electronic drum machine. Although I'm not sure at that point drum machines had really evolved to that point. So probably an electric drum set was added, recorded separately.
Yeah, I really love that synthesizer song.
That was
There's
the typical 80s synthesizer sound.
Yeah,
Very typical.
and what version of Axel F do you prefer? This one or the Crazy Frog one?
Oh, I like this one better.
The Crazy Frog one is kind of
Yeah,
it was kind of silly though.
this is the original. Yeah, so I like this.
Yeah, so this one is the original top 80s 1985 soundtrack. I didn't even realize that was a soundtrack.
Yes, to a movie, Beverly Hills Cop,
Beverly Hills Cop.
1984, and it became #1 international hit in 1985. It was #2 in Belgium, Canada, the Netherlands, Switzerland, the UK, and West Germany.
Yes. So it was really international.
Yes, it was.
So thank you so much for listening with us to this interesting song. I hope you loved it. Please subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell. If you want more of those kind of songs, like out of the blue, some kind of those weird synthesizer song, I will review it for you. And don't forget to subscribe to Rock My Bean. And don't forget to subscribe to Rock My Bean. Subscribe to GG Mark 2000. And don't forget to stay happy, keep smiling, and keep dancing on. And happy Independence Day.